Hello, hello. I'm being told we are live. Nice to see everybody coming out for Stacked. I see we just hit $1,000. That's incredible. And let's see, gonna get started with some Touhou, the Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, which is the 6th one. I'm going to be playing on normal mode. I'm going to be as Reimu. If you're ready to count down the timer. Oh, yes, I can. One moment. Thank you. Sorry about that. I forgot that happens. Got my Discord muted now. It will not be making noises. Alright, if we're ready to count down the timer, we can begin. Just waiting for a heads up from Odin. Alright, we will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So, for those unfamiliar with Touhou Project, it is a very, very, very big and very long-running indie game series from Japan, made by a guy named Zune. It's been going since, I think, 1997, so very long-running. The main series is mostly these types of like vertical scroll and shooter type games, although there are a lot of spin-offs of various genres that people are possibly aware of. I think one of the rhythm game came out recently on like Switch that crossed over with Undertale, so that was pretty big. Let's see. It's quite a long-running series. I believe last year, the 19th, they released the 19th main series game, so quite the track record. Although, I feel like it's kind of weirdly unknown in like the Western sphere of like people talking about indie games. Cave Story has the same thing, where like people will always talk about like Shantae and like Shovel Knight and things like that and how huge they are for the indie scene, and we'll just like completely skip over the Japanese indie scene, which has been cranking out games since like 2000. But, you know, those people are missing out because there are a lot of very good games out there, such as this one. And here we have made it to the first boss fight of the game, which is Rumia. Have some time for messages if we have any.
Sure, we actually got a couple of donations here, so I'll just read them off. We have a $10 donation from MegaFreak400, who says, "Good luck, Sneaky. Question: top 5 favorite Touhous. Go."
Ooh, okay. Top 5 favorite Touhous. The characters, probably Wriggle Nightbug. Momoyo Himemushi's a good one. I like Sekibanki. These are all meaningless words to people who don't know the series also. Rumia's good. And Chirno's also pretty good. I don't know. Those are just the ones off the top of my head. I could probably come up with even more.
You heard it here first. The top 5 favorite Touhous. It's down on paper, never being changed. That's fact. We got another $10 donation from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous, who says, "You know who else is light blue?" Throwing in, and then they used like the ASCII keyboard for a 9, even though they donated 10. I don't really get it. But throwing in $9. Thank you, Anonymous. Which is more towards the light blue. I don't think they need the money. I think yellow needs to show up. Get us those yellow Yoshi bucks. Where's my yellow friends out there? And finally, we got a $50 donation from, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, I'm so sorry, Avnaran. Yeah, it says Sneaky Scarab. I would have donated for Purple Yoshi, but it's not an option. Lame. Cheering for your Touhou run. Let's go.
Yeah, that's so funny because that's the exact same thing I said when I donated earlier, that there's no Purple Yoshi, which is tragic. So I put the money to Pink instead. How could they just not put a Purple Yoshi in the game? I mean, come on. So here we have the second boss, kind of going pretty quickly through this. This is Chirno. She's an ice fairy. She's probably one of the most recognizable Touhou characters besides, like, the two mains. She appears in a lot of memes. You've probably seen her and not known who she was, and now maybe you do know who she is a little. Although you can't really see her too much through all the bullets. So one thing I can talk about is these games are very, like, arcade style, like, score attack games. So there's a lot of mechanics to, like, increase your score. One of which is called grazing, which is whenever you get your hitbox close to a bullet but not actually hit, it ticks up a little graze counter in the corner there, which at the end of the stage here you can see are multiplied up to give you a points bonus. And at certain points values you can also get an extra life, which I got. You can see on the far right I have my player counter. I have 5 stars, which is 5 lives, or 5 extra lives. I set up to start with 5, so I have 5 extra, so I'm at 6 right now.
As someone who's never seen the game, how important is the score, would you say? Because all I see are just a bunch of digits that are moving. It's hard for me to totally tell what role it plays.
The score generally, it depends on the game. Mostly it is for bragging rights, but at certain amounts of score that you get to, you will get 1-ups, at least in this game. So keeping a high score throughout the run is important to having a continued life, because more score means more life, which means, less risk of losing if you die.
Cool.
Which, on the topic of score, something you may see me doing a lot in this run is flying Reimu up towards the top area of the screen. The reason I'm doing that is because when you go up there, there's a invisible line that once you pass it, it magnetizes all items on screen towards you. And when you pick up items that way, they're also worth more points. So by doing that, I can pick up all these little red and blue squares on the screen and really rack up a bunch of points. Although obviously going that high up on the screen is pretty risky if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Odin in chat is correct. This game is the origin of the song UNO and It Was Her, which is used in that very old McDonald's Insanity video. But that only plays in the extra stage, which we will not see in this run, because it is bonus. To be fair, Mega, he referenced the actual video. He didn't call the character McDonald's. Like you do. Alright, and that is stage 3 done. Moving on to stage 4. So the plot of this game is that a strange mansion showed up in the setting of the game, which is a place called Gensokyo, and a weird red mist has been blocking out the sun emanating from the mansion, and so the main character, Reimu, is going in to investigate, and the prior stage we beat up Mei-Ling, who's the gate guard of the mansion, so now in this stage we're in the mansion proper, in the Grand Library. Here is the unnamed stage 4 mid-boss of Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Shoutouts. And there they go. Very short-lived. Sorry for the lack of talking. We're getting into the later parts of the game, so I have to put a bit more focus into dodging all the bullets flying at me. We have some time if there's any messages came in.
Nothing in the donation department yet. I can just remind people, we are here today raising money for St. Jude. Fun fact about St. Jude, families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, for travel, housing, or food, so that they can focus on helping their child live, which is really cool, and that is only possible because of the generosity of people who help make donations. So it's an amazing cause, and I'm happy to be. I'm sure we're all happy to be supporting St. Jude.
Indeed. Unfortunately, during that spiel, I lost my first life of the room. A tragic loss. I flew helplessly into a bullet. But that's okay. I have like 8 more. We are in no danger. And we're here at the stage 4 final boss, which is a witch named Patchouli Knowledge, who is a very good character as well. She controls the 5 Chinese elements of wood, water, earth, metal, and fire. And the boss fight, the spells that she uses in the boss fight change depending on which character you use, which is a unique thing to her. At least in this game. It happens in a lot of games that there's a boss that has unique per character moves. Ah, dang it. So as you can see, when I do get hit by a bullet, I lose a life immediately, and I drop a bunch of the little red power squares, which I have to pick back up if I want to regain my strength. Here I am using a bomb, which is a mechanic that I have not used yet. It is basically a panic button to clear out a bunch of bullets around you and give yourself temporary immunity, and also damage the boss at the same time. Or any enemies on screen. It's basically like a, oh no, I'm about to die. Let me real quick do a screen clear and get another chance. And with that, we're here at Stage 5, who features another one of the very popular Touhou characters in it. We will be meeting soon.
If there's time, I can give an update on the bid war.
Go right ahead.
All right. Just to let everyone know, there is currently a bid war going on right now. We got about 40 minutes left until the Yoshi story block, and there's a bid war for which color of Yoshi will Mega use for his playthrough. Right now, light blue has a pretty commanding lead at $440, with yellow in second place at $262, pink in third at $145, green in fourth at 78, red in fifth at 45, and blue in last at $35.
Alright. During that mid-boss fight that just happened, we met the character of this stage, Sakuya Izuyoi, who is another one of the fairly well-knowable Touhous you may have seen. She is a maid who works at this mansion, who throws knives at people and has powers to stop time. If that power is sweet sounds familiar to you, you're not the only one to make that comparison. She's heavily associated with Dio from the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series in a lot of fan content. She also has very good music, which we can appreciate here. Darn. And that is stage 5 complete. A little fun fact, if you were playing the game on easy mode, that is where the game would end and give you a bad ending. Unless you were playing at least normal mode, you do not get to continue to the actual final boss. So it basically acts like training wheels.
You're telling me you win and they give you a bad ending?
Because you didn't win enough. If you're on easy mode, you don't get to even fight the real final boss. It's a hollow victory.
Oh, I'd never see the real ending then. I'm stuck in the bad universe.
That's alright. The bad endings are usually more comical than tragic in this series. And we are approaching the final boss here. It is Embodiment of Scarlet, the mistress of the mansion, and a vampire. Ow. So as you may have noticed, in the top of the screen during these boss fights, there's a number and a little health bar for enemies. The number is a counter of like how many health bars they have, while the actual health like ticks down as you shoot them. Once the number reaches 0 and her health depletes all the way, then the boss is defeated, which will be when time happens. I will remind when we're getting close to that. Since we're nearing the end of the game, I'm using my bombs very liberally in order to get good use out of them. Because, you know, if I don't use them, there's no point. And some of these maneuvers she pulls are pretty dangerous. So you may have noticed what just happened there, ow, is I got hit and it made the death noise, but I didn't lose a life and instead I managed to hit a bomb. That is like a semi-difficult maneuver. I don't remember the precise name. I think it's just called a death bomb, where if you activate a bomb like right within a few frames of getting hit, then it's like a sort of leniency to allow you to survive. But interestingly, it still makes the death noise, which I guess is like a signifier for you actually did do it. Ow. Alright, so Romelia is on her final attack. I just need to deplete her health bar, and time will be coming up soon. During her final attack, in order to stop players from cheesing the final boss with bombs, if you activate a bomb, then she turns into a little bat during it and doesn't take any damage from it. So you can still use it to save yourself, but you can't deal any damage to her with bombs, which is an interesting mechanic. So I'm mostly using them here to clean out the screen and reposition myself. And time. And that was Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will be returning in about a half hour to co-commentate on Yoshi's Story, which you should definitely watch. And you should definitely, real quick, donate a bunch of money so that we play as Pink Yoshi, which is the best Yoshi.
Oh my god, we can't have Pink Yoshi being peddled around here. We need to get that yellow Yoshi up. Come on.
No. Everybody in the chat knows Pink is the best Yoshi. Come on.
Yeah, but yellow Yoshi eats bananas, and that's pretty cool.
I can't counter because I don't know what fruit Pink Yoshi eats. I'm a fake Yoshi fan.
Look at this. Pink Yoshi fans don't even know what Pink Yoshi's favorite fruit is.
I know what the purple Yoshi's favorite fruit is. That guy likes grapes. If hacked into the game, purple Yoshi's favorite fruit is grapes. That's a true fact.
I can't have any of this anymore. All this pink, this purple. No one even realizes that Yoshi's Story came out in 1997 and Yellow Yoshi was eating bananas first, therefore making Yellow Yoshi the first member of the DK crew. No one wants to acknowledge that.
Damn. That is true, I guess. Alright. No. That is all out of me. Thank you for watching. Check out my stuff. I have a cool website, sneakyscarab.neocities.org. That has links to all my other stuff. I'll see you all when Yoshi arrives. See you laters.